Now, what you said was amazing. What you said was exactly the same thing that I believe in. I agree with you 100%. I think that's a fantastic and very articulate way of putting it. Look, these are very difficult times for everybody. Certainly in the country that I live in, but the country that I live in may be making it a little bit more difficult for everybody else too. And for that we apologise, we're trying to change, we're trying to do better. But the thing is, Supernatural is bigger than a show. And we were wondering why. People would come up and say, it's going to be a lot here, I warn you. People would say, well, Supernatural saved my life, or Supernatural got me through the worst time. And I will always say, no, you got you through those times, you did it. So when you think you can't do it, know that you can. We are happy to help. And what you're right about is the themes, the ideas with Supernatural, the ideas behind it. Family, brotherhood, good versus evil, trying to survive and do the right thing. Trying to do the right thing when all around you is in chaos. Trying to do the right thing when you have people like Rowena and whatever mess around. But I'm being serious, but seriously. Trying to do the right thing, trying to survive this chaos. Where are you going? That's it, bro. Let's see. You're welcome. But that's what it is. What we see here is not normal. It's not the normal thing. We make television with our friends, right? We don't see our audience. People ask, why do we go to conventions? Why do we travel? Why do we do this? We have an audience that we get to see. We see the impact that the show has, but more importantly, we see the behavior of the Supernatural family with each other and the impact it has on each other. United by a show, a silly show, with a stupid angel, a very cool demon, two dumb brothers that are really tall. I'm serious, you know what I mean? You understand where I'm coming from? What we see from this, look at this, look at your faces. I get to see your faces. I like television, I don't get to see faces. I come here, I come to a convention, and I get the reaction that I get from live music. I get the reaction that I get from live theatre. I get the reaction that I get seeing you with each other. But the kindness here, the generosity here, the fact that nobody cares in this room who you pray to, who you love, what colour your skin is, how you identify. Nobody cares. We're all too busy surviving and looking after each other and trying to get through today, right? My idea of equality, my perfect idea of equality, is nobody cares. But unfortunately, you have to fix a lot of things before that can happen, right? There's a lot of things that do need to be fixed that are unfair. But real equality is nobody gives a fuck about other people's stuff. It doesn't affect me, it's not my business. Embrace it, enjoy it, move forward. I see more kindness in these rooms around the world. I see more kindness, more caring, and more actions taken in love, apart from wearing stupid costumes. But I see it. This is a safe place to be. And if you're a parent, you know your kids here are not going to get stabbed or robbed or whatever outside. No. In here it seems to be a kind place. Here it seems to be, it's all about love, right? That's what it's about. So we're proud to be part of a positive message that has encouraged people from all walks of life and all areas. And what you guys do with it is what is so special. That's what we enjoy, and that's why we travel, and that's why we come to see you, and that's why we love you. And good luck.
Ok, alors. Ça va être compliqué. Donc les conseils pour une nouvelle génération, on est censé une nouvelle génération, là. Il dit que beaucoup disent, il parle de la série là, beaucoup disent que par exemple la série vous a aider, vous a sauvé, peu importe. Il dit non, c'est vous que vous êtes sauvé vous-même, et il faut comprendre que c'était en vous dès le début, et que la série n'a fait que ressortir du coup votre propre force d'y arriver. Ça je passe, c'est pas le temps. Donc voilà, tous les thèmes donc de la famille, du bien versus le mal, faire le bien même quand il y a d'autres qui font le mal, justement que ça pourrait être facile d'être dans ça. Voilà, ça c'est des thèmes qui parlent beaucoup dans la série et c'est pour ça qu'elle fonctionne autant. Ils disent ce qu'ils voient ici dans cette pièce, c'est extraordinaire. On leur demande souvent pourquoi ils font autant de conventions, pourquoi ils passent autant de temps loin de chez eux à autant voyager. Il dit justement c'est pour vous voir déjà et voir enfin voir vos relations que vous avez créées, les liens forts que vous avez créés grâce à la série, même entre vous. Voir l'impact que il dit un idiot d'ange et un soi-disant super démon et deux frères trop grands ont eu sur vous et sur vraiment du coup beaucoup de personnes. I hate you. Ici, il peut enfin
You
voir
love me.
I know. I do, it's true. Donc là, il peut enfin voir vos visages comme dans les concerts, comme au théâtre. Donc voilà, il a enfin un retour si vous voulez. Et ici, il ne voit que la gentillesse, que la générosité. Et pour lui, justement, l'égalité, c'est le fait de se foutre de la vie des autres. Pas dans le mauvais sens, mais dans le sens où on s'en fiche que les gens, peut-être, ils ont une autre religion que vous, ou ils ont une autre société que vous, ou ils ont je sais pas quoi. C'est leur vie à eux, c'est pas la vôtre. Donc si tout le monde était comme ça, on n'aurait pas de problème. Et donc voilà, il est content que vous sachiez tous qu'ici, mon Dieu, qu'on est dans un endroit sain, plein d'ondes positives et de têtes bizarres apparemment sur l'écran également. Et voilà, c'est pour ça, c'est pour vous et pour cet impact qu'a eu la série qu'il voyage autant pour vous voir.
You might have had some insight into it with the previous question, but I was wondering, when you were given the character of Crowley, did you sort of go through the process of trying to find that humanity in him originally, or was it something that came up after you were
I didn't write it, right?
No, I know, but when you were thinking of how you acted out Crowley, when he was given the human blood, he starts to be like more human.
Like I said, I don't think the human blood was important at all.
Right.
I think he was having a problem with lack of interest of running hell and no interest in that at all. He just wanted to go have fun, maybe with Demon Dean or whatever was less boring than matriculating hell. Not so much fun. But look, this is the funny thing about all of this, is that it doesn't matter. It's funny that it doesn't actually matter what I think. What matters is what you guys think, and the fact that you think about it at all is really magic. The fact that there are more questions than answers is the best part of that character. You know, that's the fun of it. The fact that you guys are still asking questions 6 years after it finished, and 9 years after I finished, which is a long time. We were talking about this earlier, that if you watched the show when it started, you would watch 22 episodes over the course of a year. And it would end the season would end in, say, June or something. It would be finished in June. And it would come back on the air in October. You would have to wait for that cliffhanger until months until the next episode. And I was on the show for 8 years. So 8 years is a very, very long time to be on TV. But you guys that stream it, I'm on for 3 weeks out of the time that you've streamed it. So it's a very different reaction. We had to wait for the show. We were building the show, making the show. It took a lot of time to do, a lot of energy to do. And we didn't always know whether there would be another season. So we would write to making a really good cliffhanger, a really good, oh my God, what is going to happen? The end of season 5 is the apocalypse. The end of season 6, very different. The end of season 7, the Leviathans. I remember I'm on the floor. The blood on the floor that's me and Sam. The end of 7. The end of 8 is my favourite, which is angels and demons and angels from the sky. The end of 9, Demon Dean. Right? We're talking about, these were pivotal moments. If you watch it all in 1 week, it's not the same thing. I don't think you get the same reaction from it. So if you're new to it, slow down. It took a long time to make, take a long time to watch. It's more fun now. But it's a very different audience than the audience, because now you look at it and you go, oh, yeah, Mark was in the middle part. You know, when you were watching the show, when it first started, you didn't know if I was going to be on it forever, you didn't know if the show was going to be on. You had no idea. So being killed off is a very interesting... I can see you. being killed off is a very interesting thing because it's, you're not going to know until October what happened. You're not going to know, you know, it's wonderful things. But it's changing. Just slow down with your consummation and your consuming of TV because it takes time to make and it takes time to digest. And I think there's a massive difference between the gift we had watching an episode and maybe getting another one next week, maybe having to wait 3 weeks, maybe having to wait till October, you know, it's like, I think it was a gift in that way. I think TV is too fast now. Make sense?
Donc, déjà, pour répondre un peu sur l'humanité trouvée dans Crowley, il dit peut-être tout simplement qu'il voulait pas s'occuper des enfers. Peut-être qu'il voulait simplement s'amuser un petit peu avec Dean. Mais il dit en vrai, on s'en fiche de ce que moi je pense. Je sais pas où est-ce qu'il est, sorry. On s'en fiche de ce que moi je pense. Il dit c'est plus le fait que vous ayez encore autant de questions après tout ce temps, c'est ça qui pour lui est important. Et il vous dit aussi de ralentir un petit peu dans votre consommation de la télé parce qu'à l'époque il y avait 22 épisodes sur un an. Il travaillait très dur sur les cliffhangers pour vous donner envie de voir la suite. Donc de juin à octobre, vous aviez rien, fallait attendre. Donc voilà, il y avait une consommation qui était très très différente. Saison 5, ils vous ont fait l'Apocalypse. Saison 6, j'avoue, on sait plus. Les Léviathans en saison 7. Sa femme préférée en saison 8, comme on a dit tout à l'heure. Saison 9, c'était Dean en démon. Donc voilà, il y avait toujours quelque chose pour vous donner envie de voir la suite. Et comme il dit, des fois, il y a un personnage, peut-être il lui arrivait un truc, vous deviez attendre plusieurs semaines, voire plusieurs mois avant de savoir vraiment ce qui lui arrivait. Personne ne savait quand il est mort qu'il n'allait pas vraiment revenir. Enfin voilà, maintenant il y a une consommation qui est très différente. Donc il vous conseille un petit peu de ralentir là-dessus, de profiter et en fait de ressentir, quand il se passe un gros choc ou un gros cliffhanger, de ressentir ça, l'attente, la peur peut-être pour le personnage et de pas directement trop enchaîner parce que c'est pas la même expérience que vous allez avoir, tout simplement.